The world lost a number of beloved and iconic figures in the 60s who made their mark in the realms of film, television, music, sports, and as civil rights heroes. Their footprints continue to resonate with audiences today. Here is a list of 14 of those notable individuals who died from 1960 to 1969. Otis Redding is often referred to as the King of Soul for his powerful vocals and soulful style of singing. His most popular songs include Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, Try a Little Tenderness, and Stand By Me. He died in a plane crash on December 10, 1967, at the age of 26, while flying from Cleveland, Ohio to Madison, Wisconsin to perform in a concert. The plane crashed into the frigid waters of Lake Monona in bad weather conditions just 3 miles short of the runway, while carrying Otis and his 5 band members. The only survivor was trumpet player Ben Cauley. Dorothy Dandridge starred in a number of films throughout her career, including Porgy and Bess and Island in the Sun. She was the first black film star to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Actress for her role in Carmen Jones in 1954. She died of an accidental overdose of barbiturates on September 8, 1965, in her hotel room in West Hollywood, California. She is remembered for her beauty, grace, and talent. Sam Cooke is considered to be one of the most influential soul singers in history. His career spanned the late 40s to the early 60s, during which time he released a multitude of hit singles, including You Send Me, A Change Is Gonna Come, and Wonderful World. Cooke was shot to death by a female manager of the Hacienda Motel on December 11, 1964, in South Central Los Angeles at the age of 33. The exact circumstances of his death remain a mystery, and the manager, Bertha Franklin, was never charged for his murder. Nat King Cole was one of the first black performers to gain widespread popularity and is credited with helping to bridge the gap between black and white audiences in popular music. He is known for his distinctive soft baritone voice and had several hits such as Unforgettable, Mona Lisa, and Nature Boy.
Mona Lisa, men have named you.
Nat King Cole died of lung cancer on February 15, 1965, at the age of 45. Frankie Lymon was the lead singer of the group The Teenagers that formed in the mid-50s. They were the first successful black teenage doo-wop group, and their single Why Do Fools Fall in Love became an international hit. Unfortunately, Frankie's career was hampered by personal struggles with drug addiction. He died at the age of 25 on February 27, 1968, of a heroin overdose. He was found on the floor of his grandmother's bathroom with a syringe by his side in Harlem, New York. W.e.b. Du Bois, or William Edward Burghardt Du Bois, was a co-founder of the NAACP. He was a strong advocate for racial equality and fought for civil rights for black people. He was a prolific writer, publishing several books and articles on a variety of topics, including race, politics, and sociology. Du Bois died on August 27, 1963, of natural causes. He was 95 years old. Medgar Evers was a civil rights activist and the first field secretary for the NAACP in the state of Mississippi. He is best known for his role in the struggle to end segregation and racial discrimination in the southern United States. Evers was assassinated by a segregationist on June 12, 1963. He is remembered for his courage and dedication to the cause of civil rights. Garrett Morgan is best known for inventing the gas mask and the 3-position traffic signal. Additionally, he made significant contributions to the fields of hair care products and sewing machines. Morgan is also remembered for his heroic rescue of construction workers trapped in a tunnel beneath Lake Erie in 1916 after a sudden gas explosion. He died at the age of 86 on July 27, 1963, due to a lingering illness that has not been specified. Dinah Washington is widely regarded as one of the greatest blues, jazz, and gospel vocalists of all time. She was known as the Queen of the Blues and was a major influence on other jazz and blues singers, including Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, and Aretha Franklin. Washington died of an accidental overdose on December 14, 1963. It is believed that she had unintentionally taken a lethal dose of medication that was prescribed to help her sleep. She was 39 years old. Malcolm X was a leading figure in the Nation of Islam. He is best known for being an outspoken advocate for the rights of black people and a vocal opponent of white supremacy.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin? You should ask yourself, who taught you to hate being what God gave you?
He was assassinated on February 21, 1965. John Coltrane is one of the most significant saxophonists of all time. He began his career as a sideman in various bands in the 40s and 50s, including working with Dizzy Gillespie and Johnny Hodges. He quickly became a band leader in his own right, releasing a series of groundbreaking albums and revolutionizing jazz with his innovative compositions, such as Giant Steps, A Love Supreme, and My Favorite Things. He died on July 17, 1967 from liver failure when he was 40 years old. Martin Luther King Jr. was a Baptist minister and activist who led in the civil rights movement. He is best known for his role in the advancement of civil rights using nonviolent practices based on his Christian beliefs.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed.
Martin Luther King has become a symbol of social justice and was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. He was assassinated on April 4, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee, while standing on the balcony of his second-floor room at the Lorraine Motel. On November 2, 1983, President Ronald Reagan signed legislation designating Martin Luther King Jr. Day a federal holiday. It was first observed 3 years later on January 20, 1986, and continues to be celebrated on the third Monday of January each year. Dr. King remains the first and only black activist to have a national holiday declared in his honor. Wes Montgomery was a jazz guitarist known for his distinctive style of guitar playing. Instead of using a guitar pick or his fingers, he used his right thumb to pluck the strings, which gave his playing a warm, mellow tone. This technique allowed him to play intricate lines and chords with incredible precision and speed, and it swiftly became one of his defining characteristics. Wes was one of the most influential jazz musicians of the 20th century and is considered by many to be one of the greatest jazz guitarists that ever lived. He died on June 15, 1968 of a heart attack at the age of 45 in Indianapolis, Indiana. Ernie Davis was the first black player to win a Heisman Trophy. He was a star running back for the Syracuse University Orangemen and was the first pick in the 1962 NFL Draft. Sadly, he died from leukemia on May 18, 1963 at the age of 23, without ever playing a game of professional football. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it valuable, please consider subscribing to our channel.